Hi, we're Emily and John, and we're proof that you can find love and adventure later in life.
So we met later in life, got married, and we decided, why pick one place to live when we can live in all the places?
So we created this channel called
Living in Other Places.
Let's tell them the story of how we met, John.
So we met online in March of 2022, and we soon discovered we had a passion for traveling. Emily was telling me about some of her long-term travels, and I said to her, that's what I want to do.
So within a month of meeting, we took our first trip. We went to San Miguel de Allende. A girlfriend of mine was trying to decide if she was going to move there or not, and she said, why don't you bring them along? And so we spent a week there, and we got along great, didn't we?
We really got.
I said, that's the man for me.
We really got along very well.
Yeah. So then later that year
in November, I proposed.
That was November of 22.
Right. And then our next trip to Southeast Asia, we bought wedding rings in Vietnam.
That was in the spring of 2023.
With the idea that when we found the right place, we would exchange our vows.
Right. So then in the fall of 2023, we were in Ireland.
We were on a trip there, and we were going to the Cliffs of Moher. And
everybody had said that it's always windy and cold there.
And rainy and nasty.
But
that day was beautiful, 75 degrees, bright sunshine.
And somebody had wedding rings in his pocket. so we said our vows to each other, and we consider that our wedding day, even though it wasn't a legal marriage.
Right.
But we made it legal in New Mexico in March of 2024.
Right.
And we're, as of this filming, this is October of 2025, so we're kind of newlyweds.
We're still newlyweds, yeah.
So then what?
That's how we met.
That's how we met. So after that very first trip together, we realized that we really do get along on trips. And so our next trip, I believe, was in the van.
It was.
I had purchased a van, or an 18-foot camper van, about a month before I met John, and so that was handy to have. So we took a 1-month van trip, and we got along great in this tiny little van, didn't we?
We were next to one another pretty much all the time.
Yeah, and
we had a great time. We got along so well.
Yeah.
It really was.
So at that point, I think the next trip was a short cruise with some of my family, and then in the fall, that was our next big trip. In the fall of that first year that we met, we went to walk the Camino de Santiago in Spain. So I had walked it before, and I told John about it, and he really wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So in September of 2023.
September 23, we flew to France and started at a little town on the French side of the Pyrenees and walked 500 miles across Spain.
Yes.
We had a great time. We got along so well.
We did, and it was an extended trip because usually people take about a month to do that walk, and we took 2 months, and it was wonderful.
We had so much fun. We would get to places, and we'd decide to stay another 2 or 3 days because they were just so wonderful.
So what I loved about our connection with travel is I've never really been a planner at all in any aspect of my life, really. But John just kind of went with the flow. I think he had been a planner, but he kind of started shifting, didn't you?
Yeah, a lot of my previous travel was pretty well planned out, but I really appreciate the idea of just being able to decide, let's go here, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do and where we're going to go and how we're going to stay.
Right. So as we grew into our relationship, we got engaged and all of that, we downsized, by the way. John sold his 2 homes.
I had a house in Michigan and another house in Las Cruces.
Right. So then he purchased into some of the homes that I already had, and then we purchased another rental property together.
Right.
And so at that point we realized, we've got these rentals. I can manage these rentals from anywhere in the world. We're loving this travel.
Yeah.
We don't want to just take vacations, right?
Right. We don't want to take vacations. We want to go places and travel there and spend time there.
Right. And so John being retired, and I was not retired, but I could live off of the rental income, right? So we started traveling longer and longer and longer periods of time.
We would be gone up to 3 months.
Our average now is about, yeah, about
Probably
3 months
about 3 months at a
away,
time.
and then we'll go home, see everybody, and do stuff with the houses, and then
Yeah.
we'll leave again.
Right.
So because we are traveling, we're trying to get to the point where we travel probably 90% of the time of the year. So because of that, we're not going to be luxury travelers. We couldn't afford to do that.
No.
We're not $20 a day backpackers either, although we do carry backpacks most of the time, and sometimes we wonder why.
Why are we doing this?
What are we trying to prove by carrying backpacks? But sometimes it's easier depending on where we're at.
Yeah. It depends. Sometimes if we're in a place where there's a lot of cobblestone streets or sidewalks that are
Or
not,
stairs, like here in Santorini where we
Yeah.
are right now,
a
filming
lot-
this video.
it's a lot easier to carry a backpack
Right.
than it is to carry a roll-on luggage.
Right. So I think we're somewhere in the middle between, the $20 a day backpacker and the luxury. We're kind of in the mid-range
Yeah.
travelers, so that's good. So we don't actually have a set budget for traveling, although we do track our spending. This whole year we've been using an app called Travel Spend, and it's really neat. It doesn't take a long time to input your groceries, your restaurants, your accommodations, and so we will have some budget videos out probably. Anyway, let's talk about our channel. So why did we start this channel called Living in Other Places?
Well, one reason that we made this channel is so that we can have a record of the things we've done, the places we've seen, the people we've met, the activities we've taken part in. We've had such a great time, and we want to be able to remember all of those
When
details.
we're old people. And maybe our kids will watch.
That
I
would
doubt
be
it,
great.
but maybe they'll watch. For me, my hobby is watching YouTubes, and I've always wanted to create and have a channel. That's been like my dream for probably 5 years at least. And so I'm not doing anything else but traveling and managing our properties. So why not start a YouTube channel? So for me, it has become a hobby. It keeps my mind and brain working a little bit, trying to learn all the new technology and the apps and the editing and all of that. It's a lot of fun. It's a little stressful. This has taken us how long to make this video?
Oh, we've been at it about 3 hours now, I
Yes, we
think.
have. And it's probably going to end up being about 15 minutes. It's taking hours.
The other part that really impresses me about it is just the brain work, the learning how to edit videos,
Right.
and discovering talents. Emily is a great speaker, excellent speaker.
Unless we're trying to read a script. We tried ChatGPT to give us an idea for script.
Yeah.
That didn't work.
No, that was a big fail.
We just can't remember the script. So how do we fund this lifestyle that we're trying to live? Well, we already talked about our rentals. So because I'm not really working anymore, I am managing our rentals. So that is one source of income.
And then because I'm retired, I have a pension and some other funding, and that allows us to fund our lifestyle.
So what can you expect this channel to be? What is it, John? What's it going to be about?
Well, a lot of it's going to be about our big travels, our big trips, our 3 months in different places in the world. You'll get a sense of the kinds of places we're visiting, what we're doing while we're there.
The kind of places we're staying in. Sometimes we stay in Airbnbs, sometimes in hotels. And so we'll talk about that. And sometimes we'll give them a budget, how much we've spent on a meal or maybe the total of the month, something like that.
Sure. And then we'll also talk about a lot of the things that we do, long hikes, different things that we've seen, sights and sounds and smells of the
Maybe
places
like
we've
a
been.
day in the life of, we'll do
Right.
one of those here and there.
Right.
There's
And-
a fly.
Oh my God.
There's let's see. Also, we could talk about show them our van trips.
Right. We'll frequently go for a few weeks or a month or so, and we'll take long van trips to different interesting places. National parks are always very cool.
And I love to cook in the van. We've done a couple of the cooking videos in
Yeah.
the van. And so,
I love cooking videos because then I get to eat the cooking.
yes, he does. He's a taste tester. What else? Oh, cooking in other places. I wanted to start that channel, didn't I?
Right.
Cooking in other
Yeah.
places.
Well,
But sometimes we'll cook at an Airbnb, and sometimes we eat out. So we'll talk about that. What else? Oh, when we're at home, we will show you maybe some of the repairs that we're doing on our properties or
Right.
on our home. Gardening. John's a really good repairman. He can fix almost everything in the houses,
right, pretty much. And then we'll talk about cooking meals at home.
right?
You are a great cook.
And we have a garden with some fruit trees and figs and artichokes, and so we'll talk about that. What else is our channel about? What other things do we do? So let's see, recap. We world travel, we van travel, we'll be at home. Oh, also maybe our long pilgrimage walks, like the Camino de Santiago. We
Right.
plan on doing some more of those.
Right, those are always very interesting.
Oh,
And
we have one coming up. Cruises.
yes,
So we have an almost 3-week cruise coming up from Barcelona to Miami. Starts on October 28th. So we'll be giving you a ship tour and a day in the life of on the
Right.
ship and that kind of a thing.
right. Those
And a
are,
budget for the cruise.
that'll be a lot of fun. Make sure you come along to see
Yeah.
those videos.
What else? I think that's
I think
that
that
covers it.
covers everything we're going to do with our channel.
So if you've made it this far watching this video, thank you so much. And we would really like to ask you to hit that subscribe button. You could be watching our video and not be subscribed, but it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and it really helps our videos to be shown to other people and suggested to other people if you subscribe and like and comment. John saying please.
Yeah, so please like and subscribe so that we can continue to show more of these kinds of videos.
Yes. And so we want to just thank you again for watching and look for upcoming videos. We are not on any kind of a schedule, even though they say you're supposed to be on a schedule, like
Right.
release a new video on Sunday and Wednesday or whatever.
Sure.
At this point in our YouTube life, we're just going to be releasing as fast as we can put them out. We've kind of been averaging maybe 2 a week, I think, for the
Yep.
last few weeks.
Yep.
And so we will try to put these videos out, and we're going to try to stay as close to real time as possible.
Right.
We don't want to get behind more than like 2 or 3 weeks of where we're actually traveling.
Yeah.
And also we are living in other places on Instagram as well, and on TikTok. We're going to try to start posting on TikTok as well.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate your attention.
Thank you. And remember, we are
Living in other places.